There are 3 large cardboard pages that you'll need to remove the top layer of inside of the kit. One of them you want to leave kind of a bottom corner, and then the other 2 you can fully remove that front layer. You'll also be using the Imagine image that is in the kit, and you're going to distress all the edges. You can do it very distressed or slightly distressed like you're seeing here. When I am doing a really heavy distress, I'll rock the page back and forth, bounce it up and down, and go back and forth, forward and backwards. You can do it as light or as heavy as long as you're careful when you get to the edge where the holes are punched for the pages. And you're going to do the same thing for the other pages. You can distress these by hand. It will just take you a little bit longer. And it is a little bit harder to distress cardboard with a hand distressing tool. There you go. Now we're going to do the Imagine page. You're going to use some Crafty Power Tape on the back of the image. You can use another adhesive, but this is my go-to adhesive because it is really strong and it works fabulous when you're going to be working with cardboard. You want to make sure when you adhere it to the page that you leave the holes open where you're going to thread the ribbons through once you're done with your book. Now there's a sheet of dictionary paper. You're going to cut that plain white part off the end and then cut a strip up the side. Then you're going to gather that strip, and this is going to make a paper ruffle across the bottom. And I do have a piece of Crafty Power Tape across the bottom of the page, and what I tore off on the end was just the plain piece. I wanted it to have the words all the way to the very edge of the ruffle. And this does not have to be exact. I'm just kind of creating the ruffle as I go. It's perfectly imperfect. And then I add another piece of the Crafty Power Tape across the top of that. Then I use some really sharp precision scissors to cut around the edge of the 3-row of pearls that are also in the kit. There's several of them. You're going to ink the edges of the little envelope, then fold on all of the lines. Then open it back up and we will adhere the little envelope together. I like it to be a little bit loose so that it makes it look a little bit chunkier. So I don't press it down flat. I actually pull it in just a touch so it's kind of coming up a little bit on the ends. I'm just tucking the adhesive around so it's not going to show behind the flap. And then again, when I fold this down, I leave it kind of rounded to give it a little bit more dimension. I'm using some 3D foam squares to adhere it. But in the kit, there is the little background flower thing. You can ink the edges or not, but you'll adhere that down over the pearls and then the envelope on top.